Big shout out to everybody for tapping in, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button and share out the live to your social medias. I'm doing the same right now. We'll be getting those live started here ASAP, man. Big shout out to everybody for tapping in. We appreciate all of y'all. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? Big shout out to everybody for tapping in, man. Shout out to everybody, man. This is usually, you know, we usually don't go live at this time. We don't usually go live this early and stuff. So, you know, but as the live gets going, we'll get more people in here, man. I want to send a big shout out to everybody for tapping in. If you guys got any questions about anything whatsoever, drop them in the comment section right now. We're going to get to every single comment in this chat right now, man. Real talk. Tomorrow it goes down. Tomorrow we got the Master Poe and Glow litter going up for sale at 4 p.m. Central Time. We're going to speak on that a little bit. We're going to speak on the Merles and anything else you guys want to chop it up about. Just leave it in the comment section and we're going to get to your comments ASAP, man. Again, big shout out to all you guys for tapping in. We appreciate y'all. Real talk. Where we at? All right, where we at? We got Old Stone Bully Kennels in the building. He says, what's up? What's up with you, big dog? Thanks for tapping in. Thanks for tapping in. We got Nas in the building, man. That's another new major supporter of the lives and stuff. Big shout out to the homie Nas, man. Appreciate you, big dog. We got Mom Dukes in the building, man. That's gonna be Mom Dukes. That's gonna be a Killinois family member. That's her girl in that profile picture out of Big Clout and Medusa. Big shout out to Mom Dukes for tapping in. Randy Ford in the building. That's what's up, man. Big shout out to the homie Randy, man. That's somebody I know personally, man. Big shout out to you for tapping in, bro. Real talk. Nas says, just checking in. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. We're going to have the live cracking. We're going to be talking about the Merles. We're going to be talking about the puppies and all that. All that. Clint Locklear says, what's up, Killinois crew? Big shout out to you for tapping in, big dog. Real talk. Old Stone Bully Kennel says, what's up, Bully fam? We in here, we in here, we in here, we in here, man. If you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button and share out to the live, do your social media so we can get a bunch of people in here, keep the conversation rolling and all that. It's gonna be a really dope one, man. Make sure you guys do that. Real talk. Where we at? Nas says, we're going up. That's right, that's right. That's the only way we're going. It's up. That's right, that's right. Maurice Brown says, I love y'all's bullies, man. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thanks for letting us know. KJ Fair Bully says, what's up? What's up with you, big dog? Thanks for tapping in. Thanks for tapping in. You know, we got a lot of people coming in right now. If you're new in here, hit that like button and share out the live to your social medias. The more people we can get in here, the doper this live will be, you know. Unlike other people's lives, I go off of the chat's energy. You know what I mean? That's how we keep it rolling and all that. So, you know, you guys got any questions, any topics you want to talk about? And we'll get to it, man. Real talk. Real talk. We got Miss Killinois in the building, man. Miss Killinois. That's right. That's right. She says she didn't get the notification, man. And that's crazy, man. A lot of people are not getting our notifications, you know, for the lives and stuff. I don't know what's that's about, but if you're not, make sure you guys subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. Whenever you hit the notification bell, press all notifications. You know, we don't really drop that often. We're not going to be blowing up your notifications, but that's going to let you know that we got something going on, man. Big shout out to everybody for tapping in. We got 2110 Bullies in the building. Shout out to the homie 2110 Bullies in the building, man. He says, good day, bro. New Zealand here. That's right. That's right, man. That's right. We got 20 people in the building. We've had about 100 different people in here. Only 14 likes. If you haven't hit that like button, please hit the like button. All you got to do is hit the X, press the like, and join back the chat. Big shout out to all you guys for tapping in, man. Like I said, man, you know, right now we only got about 20 people in here. That's, you know, we've been going live a lot. We've been dropping a lot of content. So that's expected. But as the live gets going, more people will jump in here. Trust me when I tell you. That's was for real, for real. Maurice Brown says, watching from Kansas City, Missouri. That's what's up, big dog. Appreciate you. We got Tiffany Gage in the building. That's going to be our Killinois family member out there in New Hampshire. Big shout out to Tiffany and Bert Gage. She says, what's going on, Killinois family? That's going to be her two pups that she's picked up from us. On the left is going to be a female out of Big Business in Siri. And on the right is a male out of Vanilla Gorilla and Coco Chanel. Big shout out to the Gage family. Real talk. Cameron Milan says, good morning from South Africa. That's what's up, man. South Africa in the building, man. That's what's up, man. Shout out to my South Africa watchers and supporters, man. You know, a lot of those guys come from the dog show I judged out there. You know, Cameron, I don't think you answered yesterday. Was you at that dog show that I judged out there? Did I meet you? Let it be known in the comment section. You know, let us know if you made it in that video. That type of deal, man. But let's go ahead and pull something up so you guys ain't got to be just stuck looking at me. We're going to pull up the puppies. We'll start with the puppies, and then I'm going to go ahead and kind of bounce off of the Merle video because there's some stuff I left out. You know, there's some stuff that I want to, you know, touch on, that type of deal. No diddy. KJ Fair Bully says, watching this is getting ready for the FSU and Miami game. Good Saturday and sipping. Okay, that's what's up, big dog. That's what's up. You know, we went live, you know, today. Normally, we don't go live this early. Normally, we don't go live on Saturdays, only before the drops, that type of stuff. I knew there was some UFC going on tonight, so that's why we went ahead and did the early live. As far as college football, I didn't really know about that, man, but we appreciate you tapping in while you're watching the game. Real talk. But let's go ahead and pull up something else for you guys to look at. That way you ain't just stuck looking at me the entire time. Here we go. These are going to be the pups that will be for sale tomorrow, man. Insane litter. I'm telling you, I've been getting calls all morning, all week, all month about these puppies. This is going to be an insane drop, and I can't wait to see where they all go. What you guys are looking at right now is the females. This first 10-15 minutes worth of footage right here is going to be just the females. Super, super nice girls. Real talk. Cameron says, no, bro, just missed the show, but if you, I'll drop in. Okay, that's what's up, big dog. No worries, man. You know, I know we got a lot of people that watch in, you know, tap in from South Africa that I actually did meet from that show, man. I ran into a lot of good people out there, and we had a blast. Real talk. But again, these are going to be the females that we're looking at, man. Tomorrow it goes down at 4 p.m. Central Time. You know, I like to go live the night before the drop, just get everybody geared up and ready, that type of deal. And man, I'm telling you, I can't wait to meet our new Killinois family members, see where all these puppies are going and all that, man. Tomorrow it's going to be going down for real. So, where we at, man? So again, if you're new in here, please hit that like button and share out the live so we can get some more people in here. We can get the conversation rolling. I just bounce off of you guys in the chat, all that type of stuff. I'm not one of these guys that just gets on here and runs my mouth for 3 hours, not acknowledging in the chat or anything. My goal is to get to know our subscribers, know our supporters, know the people in the chat. And, you know, we're working on building a community here, man. You know, we haven't really been doing lives like this that long. This is something that we just started. And, you know, it's been really dope, man. It's been really dope. We're going to speak on some of that Merle stuff here in a little bit once we get through the puppies. Because I did leave a lot of stuff out and I kind of messed up on a couple things I said, that type of deal. I was acting, you know, we'll get to that at that time. 2110 Bully says, hey, bro, I need to adjust IG settings so I can send it to my bully fam here in New Zealand. Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. You know, you could click the link, copy the link on the video and send it out to them personally. That type of deal, man. Shout out to New Zealand in the building. We got the whole world tapping in, man. New Zealand, South Africa, and all that. Real talk. We got high impact bullies in the building, man. He says Baltimore salutes Killinois Kennels. Appreciate you, man. Killinois Kennels support salutes Baltimore and high impact kennels, man. Real talk. Cameron says puppies look great. Love your channel. Appreciate that, big dog. Appreciate that. Real talk, man. Real talk. This is gonna be an insane drop tomorrow, you guys. One thing that I can let you guys know that is very, very important. If you're trying to get a specific puppy off of this litter and you're calling in that phone on Sunday, tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Time, that's going to be 5 o'clock East Coast time, and that will be 2 o'clock Cali time. If you're calling in and you're not getting an answer, that's because I'm on the other line with other customers, and keep on calling back until you get that call. It's going to be a crazy hectic one. It's a really good chance that the phones all will shut down tomorrow for the amount of calls that we've been getting about these puppies. I just want to let that be known. If the phone shuts down, you know, if you guys are calling tomorrow make sure you guys pay attention to the video that we drop tomorrow, the comment section. I'm going to let you guys know everything you need to know, whether puppies are available, puppies are sold, puppies are pending, and everything that's going on. If you're calling and you're not getting an answer, puppies are still available, and keep on calling until you get an answer. We will answer every single call that calls us to our ability. But if there's tons of people calling in, we're not going to receive every single one of them. So keep on calling until you get an answer. Real talk. We got Man Jack Bullies in the building, man, from Montserrat out there. You know, that's his 2 pups that he picked up from us out there in the Caribbean. The female on the left is going to be a Busy Bone daughter, and Busy Bone and Medusa daughter, and the male, the chocolate male on the right, that boy is going to be out of God of War and Bulla. So big shout out to Man Jack Bullies in the building. Real talk. Killinois family in the building tonight. Count 3630 says, greeting from Guerrero Beach. Big shout out to Count, man, in the house, man. That's another supporter of the channel for a while now. We appreciate you, big dog. KJ Fair Bully says, at what age do you crop your puppy's ears? It really just depends on the vet and then when they're available. You know what I mean? Most vets, you know, it just depends on, and it also depends on exactly what vet we're using at that time. You know what I mean? Because we have a couple different vets we deal with. But, you know, most vets, some vets won't even do them until they're 12 weeks old. Some vets will do them a little bit earlier. It really just depends on the vet. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do them I wouldn't try to get them done anytime before 8 weeks old. You know what I mean? Sometimes the longer you let them go, the better, because then the ears get to develop a little bit more. That way you can get a better crop. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that, big dog. Man Jack Bully says, Montserrat representing. That's right. Big shout out to Montserrat in the building, man. You know, and Man Jack Bullies isn't the only one from Montserrat that taps in. We got a couple other people, man. Big shout out to Man Jack Bullies, though. The homie Derek Lee, man. Here in a little bit, we might pull up Derek Lee's Instagram. That way you guys can see some of his pups and stuff. That type of deal, man. Real talk. Ryan Campbell in the building, man. That's one of our major Killinois supporters. He says, salute Dayton and Killinois Kennels. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. Real talk. Much love to Ryan Campbell, man. Always tapped in. Appreciate you, big dog. 2MB says, hit that like and subscribe. I know that's right. If you're new in here and you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. We're at 70,000 subscribers right now. Once we hit 100K, we're going to be doing a giveaway on a badass puppy like you guys are seeing right now. That type of deal. But where we at? So again, man, these are the pups. This is going to be the females. And I cannot wait to see where all these puppies go, man. You know, I spoke with the ground shipper. He's going to be here Monday. You know, I don't know exactly what time, that type of deal. You know, and he might be a little late or he might be a little early. Like I told you guys before, the ground shipper might tell us one thing, but things change. You know what I mean? That type of deal, man. So, you know, but we'll keep you guys updated with everything, you know, and like I said, all the puppies all the puppies that are going to need to be shipped out will be shipped out on Monday for those of you guys that are looking to tap in and grab one. You know, for those of you guys that are looking to grab one, you know, make sure you guys got your Cash App and your Zelles on deck, and you can use multiple Cash App and Zelles. So, you know, like for some of you guys that are new and might have just downloaded Cash App and Zelle, it's a really high chance that you have limits. With that being said, the only way you will be able to lock in one of these puppies on Sunday is paying for it in full. And we need to get those puppies paid for fast in a hurry because there's a lot of people ready and we're not going to be playing no games on Sunday. You know what? Like I mentioned before, if any of you guys have any questions about the litter, make sure you guys give me a call as soon as this video drops, because on Sunday, it's go time. All we should be doing is answering the phone, letting us know exactly which puppy's available, We'll let you know if that puppy's available, send you the Cash App and the Zelle information. You guys got to get those dogs paid for in a fast and a hurry so we can lock you in. If not, we will be moving on. Real talk. But, you know, and I don't say that to be a a-hole or anything like that. You know, this is how this goes, man. For those of you that aren't familiar with how this goes. Real talk. We got Charlie in the building. He says, hello, Dayton from Colorado. Love the pups always. That's what's up, man. Shout out to Colorado in the building. Appreciate the love. Real talk. Drama 9 Drama Seidel and Godhead 9. Okay, that's what's up. He says fire. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Real talk. Atomic CJ says, hey, boss, I know today you're going to talk more about Merles, but I was wondering if you ever got a litter of puppies with the ticking color. I do like that color also, and I know you're not in the color much. Yeah, shout out to Atomic CJ in the building, man. We appreciate you. The crazy thing is I seen you post that on our video that we just dropped, and I was responding to you, but I guess you deleted it and you figured you would just drop it in the live. But as far as ticking goes, you know, we don't really produce that or anything like that. There is some ticking in the Gottiline blood, but we try to stay away from that. We're not real big fans of the ticking either. You know, to each their own, man. You know, just along with the Merles. You know what I mean? To each their own, man. We're not saying that we're better than anybody because they use those dogs. We're not trying to trash the Merles or anything like that. We're not trying to trash them. We have, the only reason I made that video is because we have tons of people asking us, hey, what's up? Why don't you guys got Merles? Why don't you deal with them? And that type of stuff. And here in a second, we'll kind of tap into that. I don't want to get into that right at this exact moment. But, you know, I am going to pull up that video. We're going to watch a little bit of it. And I'm going to kind of tap in on some parts that I left out. That type of deal. Cameron Mellon says, subscribe, guys. Fans need that Killinois puppy in South Africa. That's right, man. That's right. We've had actually a lot of people tap in with us from South Africa to get dogs, and all over the world for that matter. You know what I mean? But, you know, to get a dog from the United States shipped to another country, it is expensive. You know what I mean? There is no getting around it. I mean, even to take a flight yourself over to South Africa, you're looking at about $2,000, $3,000, you know, somewhere between $2,000 and $3,000 what am I looking for, man? I'm messing up. On a round trip, that type of deal. So, you know, just for a person to fly over there, you're looking at $2,000 to $3,000. But it can happen to ship out internationally, and like I've mentioned before, anybody that's interested in picking up a pup internationally, you guys don't have to go through the same stuff that everybody else has to go through, you know, because you guys have problems with not having Cash App, with not having Zelle, time zone differences, all types of stuff. You know, we've been doing our drops like this, the way we do it, for the past about 7 years. And with that being said, we've had a lot of people reach out internationally, but we haven't been making a lot of sales over in other countries because we kind of stuck to, no, you got to call in and purchase your dog like everybody else. So with that being said, we opened it up on a previous live. We let everybody know, if you're from a different country and you want a dog from us, get with us before they go up for sale, and we'll do everything we can to make it happen for you. We mentioned that on a live one time. In the very first live we mentioned that on, we sold 3 pups to a different country out in the Caribbean. We sold 2 to Manjack Bullies that's in the live, a big shout out to him. And then we sold another one, I believe, I can't remember, I think it was in Barbados or something like that. I can't remember, but big shout out to those guys that picked up that mail as well. Atomic CJ says, got it, boss. I didn't delete it because I thought it was too late. Keep up the good job. Always love your pups and dogs. Love the way you crop their ears. It's really dope. It looks really dope. Appreciate that, big dog. But us, I know you know this, but for the people on the outside looking in, we don't do ear crops ourselves. We take them to the vet. We just got some really good vets that do them and that type of deal. And like I said, man, as far as the ticking go, we're not real big fans of that. You know what I mean? We're not real big fans of them, but at the like I was saying, sometimes we get some dogs with like some tickings on the skin, but not that Dalmatian look where it looks like cookies and cream. You know what I mean? We don't really get that over here, and we do have always tried to stay away from that. You know what I mean? That type of deal. And that's just personal preference, man. The way we get down over here, a lot of people might not agree with it, a lot of people, but that's just how we get down. You understand what I'm saying? And we got our reasons. And we're also an old school kennel that's been doing this for coming up on 30 years. We're not going to work like these new guys out here. You understand what I'm saying? We got different morals. We got different ethics. We got different situations like that, man. And, some people might not agree with it, but, it is what it is, man. That's how we get down. We're not telling anybody else they should get down like that because we're not hating on these dogs. You understand what I'm saying? We're not hating on these dogs at all. We don't breed to Merles. We don't breed to exotics. We don't breed to American bullies with exotic blood in it. And it's the only reason why we don't is because we're trying to keep the consistency in our yard. And that's it. That's literally it. We want consistency. You know what I mean? When you're introducing other breeds into breeds and stuff like that, you're basically, I don't want to say messing it up, but you're watering everything down. You're messing up your consistency. These dogs aren't going to be nice. You see how all these puppies, yeah, they're different colors and things like that, but for the most part, they favor each other. They look like each other. That's consistency. You know what I mean? And, when you're bringing in other breeds, things like that, then your consistency starts to fade away. You might not end up with a whole litter of some real close quality bulls. You'll end up with one super nice one that they're going to keep. They're going to sell the rest, and it's going to be scattered and totally different all the way around. And that's what it is, man. We're not trying to trash the Merles at all. There are some breeders out there that got some really, really nice ones. Okay. But it's not like that for everybody. You understand what I'm saying? And big shout out to the Merle guys that are, a lot of Merles don't have breed type. Okay, but I'm going to show you some that do here tonight, here in a second. I don't want to get in too deep into it right now because we're here to speak on the puppies, that type of situation, but we will get into that here in a little bit. And I'm going to show you guys some clips of some nice ones. In that video, at the very beginning of that Merle video that we just dropped earlier today, at the very beginning, we showed you guys a little clip of a stack off lineup of a bunch of Merles. Those were some decent Merles, man. You know what I mean? We're not trying to trash anybody that has them or anything like that. Those are some decent dogs, but not all of them are like that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a judge. I've been judging dog shows all over the world for over 11 years. I've seen these Merles in these dog shows forever. Just within the past like 2-3 years, you've really been coming across some Merles like, okay, that Merle looks like a real true American bully. And shout out to those guys that got it. You know what I mean? Shout out to the homie Mark Banks. He's got one. Shout out to Brian from Lugerline. He's got one. He was producing some nice ones. He produced both of them boys. And, you're going to see in Top Dog TV where I'm literally telling these guys, I'm personally not a fan of them, but I can respect it because you're doing your thing and you got a Merle that looks like a real true American bully. You understand what I'm saying? That type of deal. But, we just are not trying to tap into any bloods that could mess up what we got going on and what we've been working hard for over 30 years. That type of deal. Well, not over 30 years, but you know, I've actually been breeding over 30 years. But Killinois Kennels was established in 1999. I started breeding pit bulls when I was about 15, 16 years old. And, you know, didn't really start taking it like to the, you know, when we fully came together and was like, you know what, we're starting a kennel was in 1999. But I've been breeding dogs since I was 16 years old, and I just turned 44 years old. So that's how long I've been doing this. Manjack Bully says, I was about to purchase a Merle until I watched an early video when you said you don't breed a Merle. So I went and did some research, and after researching, I changed my mind. They have defects. And that's what's up, man. We ain't really even spoke on that part. You understand what I'm saying? In that previous video, we didn't even speak on that part. You understand what I'm saying? We didn't speak about how the blindness and all that type of stuff, you know, deaf, blind, things like that. You know, we ain't even speaked on that yet. You know what I mean? And we'll get into that here in a little bit, you guys. We'll get into that here in a little bit. But, you know, it's a lot of different reasons. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, there's guys that got Merles that I got love for. You know what I mean? And things like that. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to crap on them. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? We got so many people that are asking us about this situation that we have to explain ourselves and let people know. You know, a lot of people would think like, oh, these guys just can't get a Merle or something. You know what I mean? Like, no, we don't want them. You understand what I'm saying? That type of deal. You know, there's a lot of super nice dogs out here in this dog world that we would, you know, physically, we like them and we would breed to them. But once we start doing research in those pedigrees, we start seeing different stuff that we do not want to add in our blood. When you've been breeding dogs and you've been working on a kennel, a bloodline for as long as we have, you got to be very particular about what you're putting into your dogs. You know what I mean? And we're not trying to ruin 25, 30 years of work just to follow trends. You know, we've always been a trend-setting kennel. We ain't never been no followers. We ain't follow trends. We set them. You understand what I'm saying? And right now, we are one of the most exclusive kennels out because of the way we move. There isn't, you know, I said 90% in that video. You know, we work different than 90%, but it's even higher than that. We're probably, you know, we probably work different than, I would say, probably about 97% of the whole bully world. Nobody works like us, and we have different morals and ethics. We've been involved with this for a very long time, that type of stuff. And, you know, that's why we don't do it, man. That's why we don't do it. You know, you know, when you're the only time you should ever be introducing new breeds into a breed is when you're trying to create your own breed, not trying to change, you know, a little bit of a breed. You understand what I'm saying? That's the only time you should be mixed breeding dogs. And when you're trying to create a breed, you got to use, you know, at least 3 different style of dogs, breed of dogs, breed them together, and then come up with a consistent look. You know what I mean? And whenever they do that, whenever they do that to try to create a new breed, they have to inbreed those dogs a lot to gain consistency. You understand what I'm saying? That's why you see people with like exotics and people with, you know, like exotic or American bullies that have exotic in them. That's why you see them doing inbreedings and stuff like that a lot, because they're trying to gain consistency, that type of deal. You know what I mean? But, you know, like I said, if we throw something like that in our dogs, man, it could really mess up everything that we're working for. And then next thing you know, we're getting, you know, losing bone, we're losing head shape, we're losing, you know, everything, man, everything. It could really mess up our whole program. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why we move the way we do. Now, these guys that's only been around for 2, 3, 4 years and stuff, do you? If you like a Merle, go get it. You know what I mean? Do it. You know what I mean? I'm not telling people what they should do. I'm telling you guys what we do and how we move and the reasons why we move that way. That's it. Much love to the guys that got Merles out there that I know personally. Much love to those guys that got quality Merles that are favoring the breed standard. And like I said, here in a little bit, I'm going to show you guys some of those. Man Jack Bully says, you must be careful when you get them from. Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to be careful, you know. Yeah, for sure. But, you know, depending on how far they've done it and how long it's been done, you know, that inconsistency's there. It's not just, you know, something we say. It's the real deal. It's the real deal. Keanu Burgess says, Killinois Hammers with the bangers. What's up? What's going on with you, big dog? Shout out to Keanu Burgess in the building, man. That's another major Killinois supporter right there. Always in the lives, showing love, hitting that like button. And if you guys are new in here, hit that like button and share out the live. That way we can get some more people in here and keep this conversation rolling. If you guys got any topics you guys want to talk on, let it be known in the comment section. I'm going to read every single comment on this live that drops in here. So we'll get you. Donze says, just checking out the live with my cousin Damon. Killinois Kennels in the building. That's right, big dog. Shout out to our Killinois family in the building, man. You know, that's he's got a female on the left there out of Busy Bone and Medusa, and then he's got a female on the right out of Big Clout and Medusa. Big shout out to the homie for tapping in. Killinois family in the building. KJ Fairbully says, why are the ABKC accepting this? Is it for the money or to support the new movement with the Merles? If someone like you is saying no to breeding to it, but it's accepted in other places in the ring. Because, bro, we don't own the American Bully breed. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm a realist, you know what I mean? And I'm being real about that. You know, not everybody's going to be moving like us. Not everybody, and I can't control what the whole world does. You understand what I'm saying? But, you know, back to your comment, why are the ABKC accepting this? Because it's already been done, man. You know, a lot of Merle breeders when they were registering their dogs, they wasn't telling people that it was a Merle. They were just saying it was like a brindle and things like that. There is no getting rid of the Merles. They are here. They're here to stay. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I wish there would have been something to prevent them from getting in here, but it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, the American Bully, you know, there's a lot of people that have problems with all types of stuff that are in the bully breeds and that type of stuff. I used to be one of those people. You know, that I used to hate Gottiline's Dax when he first came out. I used to hate Miyagi, Bully Camp's Miyagi when he came out. Bullseye when he came out, because they were trying, you know, like, which Bullseye and Miyagi are a little bit different than Dax. But when Dax first came out, I was not a fan of him. You know what I mean? But, you know, back in those days, I was strictly a Razor's Edge guy. We didn't have no Gotti blood. It wasn't that we wouldn't deal with Dax. We wasn't dealing with Gottiline blood whatsoever. None of it. You understand what I'm saying? But, you know, the American Bully breed turned into something that no one man made or no one man can control. You understand what I'm saying? You know, early on in this dog world, there used to be the Razor's Edge crew, and there was a bunch of breeders that only bred Razor's Edge blood. Then there was the Gottiline crew, bunch of breeders that only bred Gottiline blood. Razor's Edge guys didn't like the Gottiline stuff, and the Gottiline guys didn't like the Razor's Edge stuff. But as this breed started to develop, a lot of people that wasn't in so deep as others started breeding the two together. In my opinion, that's honestly when the American Bully breed started to create. You understand what I'm saying? That's when the looks started changing, that type of deal. And, you know, the breed is created by the world. This breed was not created by one man or anything. This breed was created by the world. And I had to be real with myself, you know. I couldn't just breed only Razor's Edge dogs for my entire career. That is impossible. And especially nowadays. Especially nowadays. You understand what I'm saying? Especially nowadays, you can't just deal with one blood. You understand what I'm saying? And when it comes to the American Bullies at that time, there was only either Razor's Edge or Gottiline or like New Trojan, Do Good Blood, which most of those bloods just go back to gray line dogs, which is really Gottiline stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, the breed is growing into something that no one man can control. You know, understand what I'm saying? And I just, you know, after years and years, you know, it really took us a long time for us to tap in to the even Dax blood. You understand what I'm saying? So like I said, we move different than a lot of other kennels, man. We move different than a lot of other people. And it took us a really long time to even decide to tap into the Dax blood. By the time we tapped into the Dax blood, there was no other route to go. You understand what I'm saying? There was no other route to go. And I'm judging and seeing these dogs, and I'm seeing some quality dogs that came from Dax. And it really, you know, opened up my mind and made me say, you know what? We got to tap into this stuff. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's pretty much how this stuff is, man. I could keep on going on and on, but let's go ahead and get into some of these comments. Joey Perez, man, that's Killinois family member out there in Colorado. Shout out to the homie Joey Perez tapping in. That's going to be Joey from Rocky Mountain Bully Empire. Big shout out to you, big dog. Dan Libby, man, that's another major Killinois supporter. He says, Killinois Kennels for life. Sorry I'm late. It's all good, big dog. You're in here. We in here. Let's get it cracking. That type of deal. Keanu Burgess says, Dayton, you always keep it real and sticking to your guns and letting people know how you guys roll. That's why I like you guys. And always here, 100. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. You know, I'm not acting like we're too good and we're better than anybody. That's where a lot of people get us confused. When I say that we don't breed to Merles and we don't breed to exotics, that's what we do. These breeders in this bully world, y'all do you. You've been doing you forever. You understand what I'm saying? This is what we do. And a lot of people don't understand why we move the way we move. And that's another thing I want to speak on. There's some dogs that in this bully world, like I mentioned in that video, that there's a lot of American bullies that have exotic blood in them. There's a lot of them. You understand what I'm saying? The ABKC had accepted them and put them in there, and now there is a lot of them. Keep in mind, a lot of these dogs are dogs we are liking. We are interested in these dogs. We are reaching out to check the pedigrees of these dogs to see if we could possibly use it. But once we see that exotic blood in it, we don't deal with it. And that's just how we move. We're not telling anybody they should move like that. What works for you works for you. This is what works for us. It isn't no hate. We just stick to our guns, like the homie just said. We just stick to our guns, and that's how we do, and that's why we are having the success that we have. You know, we have some of the most consistent litters on the internet. You go back, you can see puppies that come from two totally different litters, but you check out, all of our puppies usually look alike. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe not the same color, but for the most part, features and what they look like, they all favor each other. And that's because we do stay so consistent with our dogs. We're not adding any new breeds. We're not adding any weird stuff in, and that's why, man. Cleveland Powell says, I agree. I tell people this all the time. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. Like I said, man, there's people, you know, I got friends that do all this stuff. I got friends that have exotics. I got friends that have American bullies with exotic blood in them. I got friends that have Merles that are in their dogs and stuff like that. To each their own. We don't care what those guys do because that's their yard and that's their prerogative. We move like this, and we tell people that we move like this because we do have something exclusive. Nobody has a yard like we have over here. And I'm telling you that 100%. None of these kennels have American bullies that don't have any exotic blood in them. None of these kennels, but let's talk about this as well. We're not the only kennel that doesn't use the Merle in our dogs. And to be quite honest with you, most of the big name, big dog kennels in this stuff, they don't deal with Merles neither. You understand what I'm saying? Pay attention. You know what I mean? If you are in this bully world and you know the big dogs and you know all these people and stuff, go check out their yard and see if you see one Merle in their dog. You understand what I'm saying? It's not just me. It's other people as well. You understand what I'm saying? But those same people that won't throw in that Merle, they got a bunch of exotic in their blood as well. And that's what separates us from everybody. We don't have any American bullies whatsoever that have exotic blood in them or Merle blood in them. We're not saying that we're way cooler than people. This is how we get down, and this is why we feel that we have this success that we do, is because we're not introducing new breeds into our dogs. When you introduce a new breed into your dog, it is really tearing stuff up, and that's just the honest to God truth. You understand what I'm saying? Now, some guys might have got a dog that was a Merle and they've been breeding it and breeding it and breeding it, and they're gaining some consistency. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. I can respect a good Merle, man. I can respect it. I haven't seen what we have. I can respect it. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that I feel like we're going to tap into it. And shout out to them. Do your thing. Prove me wrong. Gain the consistency. Do your thing, man. And shout out to those guys that do. You know what I mean? A guy that has only been doing this for 5 years, even 10 years, they're not going to have the same morals and ethics that I and us over here at Killinois Kennels has. You understand what I'm saying? We're not saying that we're better than anybody. We're not saying nothing like that. You understand what I'm saying? We're just telling you guys how we move. We have so many people asking us, like, why don't y'all got Merles, and why don't y'all got this, and why don't y'all got that? Because we don't want it. You know what I mean? That's the only reason. You think we can't go afford a Merle? You guys see what we sell our puppies for? You don't think we could afford a Merle? You don't think we could afford an exotic? No, we just have different morals and ethics than 97% of this community. And that's it, man. It ain't no hate. It ain't no hate. You guys are going to see in these upcoming Top Dog TV videos where I'm telling and I'm showing guys the love. I'm telling them straight up, that's a nice Merle. That dog's got breed type. Shout out to you. You understand what I'm saying? That type of situation. Nowadays it's getting a little bit better. You understand what I'm saying? But that still doesn't mean we're going to tap into it, because that's just it, man. That's what it is. Dan Libby says, when I breed game dogs, ADBA would pull papers if you had Merle. Not that it's bad, just hard to breed if you don't know what you're doing. Could be big problems. No, Dan, that's not why ADBA pulls papers on Merles. They pull papers on Merles because exactly what I stated. You don't just get Merle. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to you, Dan. And I'm not trying to, act like you don't know what you're talking about, but that ain't real, bro. They don't pull the papers because it's hard to breed. They pull the papers because it's a different breed. You know what I mean? And shout out to George Bostic, man. A lot of these Merle guys should be really praising George Bostic because he was the first one ever to bring the Merles into the American Bullies, But back then, we had a way to police the community. You understand what I'm saying? And people got on his butt about it and basically bullied him out of the dog world because he was doing that stuff. And he introduced the Merles, but they wasn't looking like no American Bullies. He wasn't doing that great a job at it. you know, but then again, he was using more pit bull blood back in those days, that type of stuff. But he was the very first person to ever bring the Merles into the American Bully community. And shout out to George Bostic, real talk. A lot of you Merle guys need to show him some love, real talk. Blackbeard Zero, so those females are cute. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. Real talk. Cleveland Powell says St. Augustine, Florida in the building. 904. That's what's up, man. Shout out to Florida in the building, man. Real talk. Face the Bully says, do you feel French Bulldog blood was needed in the American Bully? Hell no. And it shouldn't be. You understand what I'm saying? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. And that's a reason why we don't, you know, breed it to exotics. That's the reason why we don't. What do you think an exotic is? The exotic is an American Bully with some Frenchie in it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. And that's why we don't deal with exotics. So I don't feel like, you know, do I feel like the French Bulldog blood was needed in the American Bully? Real true American Bullies don't have French Bulldog blood in it, big dog. Real talk. Our dogs don't have a drop of it in it. You know what I mean? That's just, you know, basically what he's saying is an exotic. That type of deal. Not a whole, you know, there is no French, should be no French Bulldog blood in American Bullies. The only way it makes its way in there is if some American Bully guys breeding his American Bully to an exotic. I've seen people on Facebook post their American Bully female and say, hey, should I go exotic with this girl or should I go American Bully? What other breed do you even have that option for? So can you go to the AKC or have an AKC Doberman, but you want to add more substance to it? So you just say, hey, I'm going to breed it to a Rottweiler and now you got Bully Dobermans? You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Come on. I'm not a hater, man. I'm just a realist. Tommy Siege says, got it. It's like my German Shepherd CJ. He came from a litter of 5 that was so consistent. All the puppies look alike and resemble each other, only have different colors. That's right. That's right, man. And Atomic CJ, the situation I'm talking about is kind of like with you know, with real true German Shepherds and the Malinoises and whatever they're called. You understand what I'm saying? It's basically the same thing. You know what I mean? Basically the same thing. You know, I'm sure some old school German Shepherd breeders aren't real appreciative of people bringing in the Malinois and stuff like that. Some of them might have conformed to it and they might be doing it now, but I bet you there is some old school German Shepherd breeders that have good morals and ethics say F that. You understand what I'm saying? That type of deal. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comment section, Atomic CJ. KJ Fair says, it's because we are accepting this. We ain't accepting anything. You understand what I'm saying? We don't got control over this. We don't got control over this. This is what you call it? This ain't got nothing to do with we accepting anything, man. I'm not gonna go there, but we ain't accepting it. You know who's accepting it. It ain't us. It ain't us. You understand what I'm saying? That type of deal. Face the Bully says, best answer ever. Appreciate you, big dog. Thanks for noticing. Appreciate you. Go ahead and get you a lightning bolt as well. That's right. That's right. Big shout out to you guys, man. Matter of fact, man, we done got so deep into this. Let's go ahead and just keep this conversation rolling. I'm going to go ahead and get off the puppies. If you guys want to see the puppies again here in a little bit, let it be known in the comment section and we'll get back to it. But I'm going to show you guys better than I can tell you of what I'm talking about here. Let's get to it. Damn it. Ah, man, I was supposed to be recording this, but I didn't. I'm not even going to record it now. I'll have to go back and record it later. That's what's up. But yeah, Face Bully, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, big dog. Keanu Burger says, dropping knowledge. That's right, big dog. That's right. I'm just, I'm just a realist about this stuff, man. And I got different morals and ethics. We got different morals and ethics than a lot of these breeders out here. And we're not saying we're better than them. We're just saying this is how we get down. Take it how you want. For real, for real. If you're new in here, please make sure you guys hit that like button and share out the live to all your social medias. We need to get some more people in here. That way we can keep this conversation rolling, guys. That type of deal. We need to get some more people in here. We could keep this going, make it a real nice, dope one. I'll probably jump off by about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, something around those lines, man. So we do need to get some more people in here. But big shout out to everybody that is in the chat, helping keeping the conversation rolling. We really appreciate you guys. I do these lives by myself, and that's how I'm able to do it by myself, because I'm not just going to get on here, not look at your guys' comments, and tell you guys 4 or 5 hour stories. You understand what I'm saying? We don't work like that. We're here to get to know our subscribers. We're here to get to know you guys, that type of stuff. I'm learning a lot of you guys' names just from being in here and being on here and all that. So big shout out to you guys. Cleveland says, okay, yeah, that was a repeat. All right, man, here it goes with that BS again. He says it's all about that consistency and keeping the blood pure for sure. And that's why we move the way we do, man. That's why we move the way we do. That's why we move the way we do. So let's get into this. I'm going to pull up that Merle video, and we're going to kind of let it play through, that type of deal. And I'm going to show you some stuff in, that type of situation, Yeah. Today's video, we're going to be speaking on why. Let me turn that down. Let me turn that down for a second. So this right here, this is an exotic bully. This a Merle. That's a solid one. That's a solid one. That is a nice one. You understand what I'm saying? That type of deal. Here we go. This is a stack off. This is a small clip from the next Top Dog TV drop that we're going to be dropping here really, really soon, man. It's going to be one of the best bully videos ever made in the entire history of the bullies. Trust me when I tell you. This is going to be something y'all don't want to miss. So if you're not, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. This right here is a Merle American Bully. This dog has some breed type. You understand what I'm saying? This dog right here, this one in the middle right here, has some breed type. And I'm actually in this video showing this guy love, okay? Showing this guy love. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to pull that up for you guys. Let me see here. Pull this over the side. See that dog? That dog looks like an American Bully. That's a Merle American Bully, and he looks like one. And shout out to the homie. I'm going to show you guys where I'm having a conversation with you. These guys are puppies. They don't look bad. They don't look bad at all. That type of deal. Atomic CJ says, yes, you're absolutely right. I think the Malinois is too hyper, but that's just my opinion. CJ is more laid back, and my breeder is a reputable breeder like you, and she doesn't mix blood or dogs. Boom. You understand what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm saying, man. And I know why they bred the Malinois to the what you call it? I know why they bred the Malinois to the German Shepherd. They did that to make it more active. They make them more active and things like that, That's why they did that. And I understand that. That makes sense. But, for somebody that came before that moment, that's been breeding German Shepherds for 30, 40 years, they're probably not real happy about that, because they've been keeping it honest. They've been keeping it consistent and all that. They're probably not real happy about that. You understand what I'm saying? That type of deal, man. I'm about to lose my voice, man. I damn near had my voice lost since the last live I did. Let me get a drink here. My bad. That type of deal. So, anyways, let's get back to it. All right. See this dog right here? I'm going to pull up something for y'all. Not this dog right here. This next dog you guys see. When I seen this dog, I was like, man, you know, that's a nice Merle American Bully. This boy right here. This boy right here. You know, that's a nice dog. I can respect it. I'm not hating. That is a really nice dog. I like him. I like him, okay? But here, I'm going to go ahead and move to it, and I'm going to show you guys a sneak peek look at the next Top Dog TV drop. Give me 1 second to pull this up, okay? And I'm going to show you what we were talking about. That type of deal. So you know that I'm not just some hater. You know what I mean? It's not, we just have our ways, man. That's it. That's it. It is no hate. Here we go. All right. Let me pull this up, y'all. I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all something. And it's basically, you know, I'm not somebody that moves one way in person and moves another way in person. I'll keep it real, man. I have no problem telling somebody they don't want what they don't want to hear. I have no problem with that. That type of deal. And if I really felt like I needed to, I would. But I'm not here trying to change the world. You know what I mean? No matter what I say, a lot of these guys are gonna think, man, Dayton's just an old school breeder to just blah 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 blah. You understand what I'm saying? Killinois Kennels is just old school breeders that move that way. You know what I mean? That type of situation. But we have our reasons. It's not just because we're old school and we're stuck in our ways and things like that. It ain't that. It ain't that. So I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. This is gonna be a little interview sneak peek I'm giving y'all. Get the likes up, you guys. I'm gonna show you guys a sneak peek look at an interview in Top Dog TV. Hit that like button, please. If you're new in here and you haven't hit the like button, please do that, man. I'm hoping to see it go up. Come on, y'all. Let's do it. Hit the like button and share out the live so we can keep this rolling, keep it going. I'm hoping to see some Merle breeders in here saying something, that type of stuff. You know? Where we at? All right, here we go. This ain't gonna take me long at all. Hold on 1 second. I gotta find this exact one. I'm gonna show y'all the raw footage here. Damn it. All right, here we go. Shout out to the homie Havoc for helping me do these interviews. Here we go. Here we go. This is the guy that owns that dog that I just showed you guys, okay? And this is going to be the interview that is going to be coming up on that next Top Dog TV drop. Let me go ahead and put this full screen. Hold on 1 second. All right, here we go. Here we go. And the crazy thing is these guys that own them, they agree with me. You understand what I'm saying? They agree with me with what I'm saying. They agree that not all American bullies or not all Merle American bullies hold the breed type. Not all of them hold the consistency. These guys believe me. And matter of fact, I'm going to show you another one. Okay. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Are you guys not hearing that? Are you guys hearing that? Let it be known in the comment section real quick. It doesn't look like you are. Was you guys hearing that guy talk right there? Let us know real quick. Quick comment. No, you guys wasn't hearing it. All right. All right. It's probably because I'm trying to open it up in this program. Hold on one second. Let me see. Let me try it a different way. Let me try it a different way. Are we good? All right. H2K Bullies, right?
Yes.
Are y'all hearing that? All right, guys, we're here with H2K Bullies. You just seen his badass bull. Are you guys hearing that? I just tried it a different way. He's got a super nice. Yeah, you guys are hearing that, right? Let me know. Somebody quick, please. All right, dope. All right. I was trying to show it because this is showing it in horrible quality. I was trying to show it that. It's American Bully right there. Am I not mistaken?
Correct.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Go ahead and let us know who we was just looking at.
That's SOS. His mom was Sundance, and the dad was McLovin.
Okay, that's what's up, man. I'll tell you what, man. I personally am not a big fan of the Merles, but that is a badass Merle. You understand what I'm saying?
That's clean, isn't it?
That's a super nice Merle. You know what I mean? And I'm not just a Merle hater. It's more, if you're an American Bully breeder, you know some Merles just lack breed type. They lack bone. They don't look like that badass boy that you got for the most part,
no.
Right? You know what I mean?
No.
So I like.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Oh, I'm getting too excited. You hear that? Y'all hear that? He's a Merle owner, and he's agreeing with me. You understand what I'm saying? Let me run that back, you know? Cleveland Powell says, I can't hear that. So, can he just not hear it, or y'all not hearing it? Let it be known. We here. All right, dope. Listen to that. Run it back. Run it back. All right, guys, we're here with H2K Bullies. You just seen his badass bull. He's got a super nice American Bully right there. Am I not mistaken?
Correct.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Go ahead and let us know who we was just looking at.
That's SOS. His mom was Sundance, and the dad was McLovin.
Okay, that's what's up, man. I'll tell you what, man. I personally am not a big fan of the Merles, but that is a badass Merle. You understand what I'm saying?
That's clean, isn't it?
That's a super nice Merle. You know what I mean? And I'm not just a Merle hater. It's more, if you're an American Bully breeder, you know some Merles just lack breed type. They lack bone. They don't look like that badass boy that you got for the most part,
no.
Right? You know what I mean?
No.
So I like to, because a lot of people think that I am strictly a Merle hater, and I'm not. I can respect a super nice American Bully that is a Merle, and that is one, man.
Well,
that's one of the top ones I've ever seen, and I'm not just.
Thank you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Super nice dog. There you have it, y'all. There you have it. You understand what I'm saying? He's literally agreeing with that right there. You understand what I'm saying? He's agreeing with that, and I'm gonna show you another one. I'm gonna show you another one. I'm giving y'all some sneak peeks here, man. I'm giving y'all some sneak peeks that I really shouldn't be, for real. You know, but big shout out to everybody for tapping in. Shout out to everybody that's hit that like button. All that. We appreciate y'all. Let me see if I can find this one too. If it takes me a long time finding it, I'm gonna give it up. But let me see. Pretty sure it was this one. I think it was this one. Nope, not that one. All right, here we go. We'll get it. We'll get to it, y'all. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Let me pull up some questions while we're here. Yeah, you're absolutely okay. Yeah, for sure. How can we move forward with the true American Bully blood when people buy a dog, breed it to what you just showed, and mess up the line and still end up in the ring winning? How can we? Let me show y'all this, and I'll get back to that question. All right, let me show y'all this, and I'll get back to that question. You're right. You're right, but one person's beliefs isn't gonna change a whole community, man. And that's just the reality of it. You know what I mean? That type of deal. I'm with you on that, but all right, here we go. Let me see. This is another sneak peek of a whole nother. This is another sneak peek of a whole nother exotic bully, or not exotic bully, Merle bully. Merle bully. Let me see here. Hold up. Hold up. Damn it. Hold on one second, man. This stuff's kind of lagging. I got a lot of stuff opened on this computer right at this exact moment. Either. All right, this is the homie right here, okay? This is the homie right here, and and he came to the show and killed it. Killed it. What you guys are going to see is all him standing in front of all of his winnings, and he's got a Merle American Bully, and he deserved every trophy that he got right here because he's got one of the nicest Merle American Bullies around. And I'll tell you what, he's got some of the most consistent as well. That type of deal. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up this way on this one. All right. That type of deal. Here's another situation where I'm just literally saying the same exact thing. All right, hold on. Go. With Gottiline Kennels, man. This man came out here and did his thing today, as you can see. As you can see, man. This guy's got one of the baddest Merle American Bullies in the game. Make sure you guys go check him out, man. Let them know where to find you at, you hear me? Said two of them.
Indianapolis, Indiana. You can find me on IG at Gottiline Kennels, or you can find me on Facebook at Brian Vermel. This right here, used to have two of them. Off of two productions. One.
Now the homie Mark Banks has got the other one.
Right there. This is his. All this right there is his. Then G2 is happening. G2 over there. This side of the table.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Make sure y'all tap in with him. Make sure you guys go over there and follow him and let him know you guys seen him on Top Dog TV. If you got anything else you want to shout out, bro, you're more than welcome to.
Check out my guy Mark at Flavor Bully Apps.
That's right. That's right. Make sure y'all check him out. That's the other homie I'm talking about right there. That's the other homie. Yeah. Are those dogs? He's got that boy right there, and both of these dogs were like twins. When I say some American Bully breeders got some consistency going on with the Merles, it's these guys right here. Litter mace. But, you know, I'll just leave it at that. For sure, for sure. Both of these guys are the homies.
Grand Champ Friday, won Best of the Show Friday. And then came and swept Best Merle. Then MG won Best of the Fun Show. Then took the Best Golden Child.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Make sure y'all tap in with them. Let them know you seen them on Top Dog TV. Well, I guess that didn't make the actual clip, but he could verify that I told him the same exact thing. I'm not a fan of the Merles, but shout out to y'all because y'all are doing it. You know what I mean? That type of deal. That type of deal. Let's get into something else here. Giving y'all some sneak peeks of Top Dog TV, man. We got some crazy stuff coming up, y'all. We got some crazy stuff coming up, man. Let me show y'all something real quick. Let me see here. See this right here? Those are all Top Dog TV clips. You see all these folders right here? These are all Top Dog TV videos. And matter of fact, we got some other ones in some different folders. That type of deal. This is all the Top Dog TV stuff we got coming up. It's going to be insane. Insane, y'all. Insane. Let's get into something different, man. Let me tap in with some of these comments for a second. Comment. All right, the homie KJ Fair Bullies, he says, how can we move forward with the true American Bully blood when people buy a dog, breed it to what you just showed, and mess up the line and still end up in the ring winning? I mean, I don't know, you know what I mean? I don't know, you know, what I just showed you wasn't something that was in the ring winning, you know what I mean? The what I just showed you, they definitely won some stuff, but you know what I put in that video and that other dog, he wasn't out there killing it in the show ring, but he very well could have been. You know what I mean? It just depends, bro. You know what I mean? When you're judging these dog shows, you got to follow the breed standard. You're not out there to pick your favorite dog. You're not out there to have an opinion. You have a standard to follow. You have a job to do. You understand what I'm saying? And that dog that I did just show you has the breed type of an American Bully. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't know exactly what dog you were talking about, but for the most part, what you're saying, it doesn't always go down like that. You understand what I'm saying? Just because, you know, you see them in a ring, don't mean they're in a ring winning. You understand what I'm saying? That was just their time. You know what I mean? That type of deal. That was just their time. That type of deal. This boy right here actually can do his thing in the ring. He favors an American Bully. He has the breed type of an American Bully. I'm not saying he fits the standard to 100% to a T, but he does favor an American Bully. You know what I mean? That type of deal. But, you know, there's some stuff that I said in this video that I'm not going to make y'all watch that, man. I'm not going to make y'all watch that twice. You know, I basically touched on that stuff. I basically touched on that. He says, how can we move forward with true American Bully blood when people buy a dog, breed it to what you just showed, and messed up the line and still end up winning? Because it doesn't matter what you're doing with those dogs, as long as the dog has the breed type and the structure and everything else, you know, that you need to win a dog show, then it can win. You know what I mean? But, you know, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. I really don't know for real. He says, it's not to hate, it's saying true, your vision and goal. I love it. Appreciate it, bro. And that's how we get down. Like I said, man, I mean, here I am showing Merle breeders love on videos. I literally just showed you that. If I was a big Merle hater, I would tell those guys, beat it. You're not getting on my video. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with that, bro. I have no problem speaking my truth with anybody. I'm not no beta male. I'm an alpha. I'll say whatever I want. You know what I mean? I'll do what I want. But, you know, I can respect it. Like I told y'all, I can respect a Merle American Bully that favors one, but that doesn't mean I'm going to go out and use it because of I know what has gone on in the history. You know what I mean? That type of deal. He said, you got that right. Hopping off being Killinois family one day. That's what's up, man. Shout out to Atomic CJ, man. Real talk. Stuff. That's an old comment. Okay. Dope. Bull Street says, can you show us what is not considered the American Bully type in a Merle? Let me see if I can find one, okay? Because I don't, I'm going to Google one. And if it happens to be your Merle, sorry about your luck, okay? But I'm not going to go to a dog show one and try to hurt somebody's feelings that I'm recording and stuff like that, all right? Let me see. Man, I hope it doesn't hit hard with somebody I know. But it is what it is. I'm searching Google, okay? Here we go. Here we go. There's a lot of them here. You understand what I'm saying? There is a lot of them. Let's get to it. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay? Let's see. Good. Okay, so this right here, this dog right here, that's a decent Merle American Bully that has good breed type, okay? That's a decent one. This one right here, not so much. You understand what I'm saying? Not so much, okay? And it's showing who it is. Damn it, I just wish this was just some AI stuff. I'm not trying to crap on nobody. I'm speaking from a judge's standpoint as well, okay? I'm speaking from a judge's standpoint as well, you know? Not a real good, I mean, don't get me wrong, that dog's probably fake, but who knows? Not a real good, this dog doesn't have real American Bully breed type. It doesn't have it. You understand what I'm saying? This dog right here doesn't have real American Bully breed type. And I'm just Googling this stuff. If it lands on your dog, sorry about your luck, okay? I'm letting y'all know. This is for some show stuff. This is letting y'all know, okay? That type of deal. Not real good American Bully breed type. This one's a little more in between. It's getting there type of deal, okay? About the same with that one. It's getting there, but it ain't there yet. You understand what I'm saying? Out of all these dogs that I'm seeing, this one holds more the American Bully breed type than others, okay? Yeah. Try to really show you. It's not it's kind of showing some decent ones, you know what I mean? Like versus some of the stuff that you see in other areas. Like this one right here. Pretty good breed type, not completely horrible. Okay? That one. Look at that one. Okay? I wish I could I'm going to their I'm not trying to do that, man. I wish I could hide all this. All right? That's not it, y'all. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said, long pencil leg, not a whole lot of breed type. You understand what I'm saying? That type of deal. Where we at? And that's what I'm saying. When you breed these dogs, weird stuff starts happening when you do that. You understand what I'm saying? None of these dogs are just like, The one I told you that really fits the standard, that's the best one out of all these. I don't want to go through here and trash every single dog, but you see what you're looking at. Do these dogs look like Killinois Kennels American Bullies at all? You understand what I'm saying? That type of deal. No, they don't. Look at this dog. Look at that dog. Look how long it is. And like, you understand what I'm saying? I like its face. I like that. That looks cool. It looks cool, but that doesn't mean I would ever think about tapping into it. Ever. Let's see. What else can we find here? I'm trying to show y'all some more stuff when I really mean like bad. Oh, that's not a real good one at all. That's not a real good one at all. If this is somebody's dog and they get, I'm sorry, okay? But I'm just being real. I'm speaking from a judge standpoint. We're talking about Merle bullies that have the breed type that look like a real American bully, okay? And I don't want to click on every single one of us. That's not a real good one either. That's not a real good one either. I wish my partner Alex would send me his uncles so I could show you that one. You know, he went out and got him a Merle, and it ain't turning out too hot. You understand what I'm saying? That type of deal. Where we at? Out of all these dogs, the one that really fits the breed standard, that actually looks like an American Bully, is that first one I showed you guys. That type of deal. Look at that one. That's that's something I'm telling you about. You understand what I'm saying? Now, a lot of these dogs, they might be the best one off the litter and things like that, but this is the type of one that you see that you don't see. And that's why we don't breed. That's why we don't breed them. You understand what I'm saying? That right there is why we don't breed them. You understand what I'm saying? That's why. We don't want one of our customers accidentally ending up with this. You understand what I'm saying? That type of stuff. This one too. Crazy. Crazy work. Crazy work. Let's see. And then, like, this dog, you know, it's got a little bit of breed type to it, but just look at it. Look how long it is. And you know what I mean? It just ain't it, y'all. It just ain't it. And when people end up with a dog that is like this one, they're getting lucky as hell. They're getting lucky as all hell. And that's, you know, that's a solid Merle American Bully. That's a solid Merle American Bully. But that does not mean I would ever think about tapping into it. This one right here, you know, it's a cool little color, you know what I mean? But it's not that. It's not that. But let's go ahead and get into some of these other comments, man. I think that pretty much gets my point across. Am I not right? Okay. Face of Bust Down Bully says, "What's up, Killinois Camp? What's up with you, big dog? Shout out to you for tapping in." He says, "Sorry I'm late. I'm here. It's all good, big dog. You're here." Dan Libby says, "That's my boy. He's got the best golden child, and it's a Merle." Yeah, for sure. You know, for sure. He's talking about the guy that was sitting in front of all the trophies. And shout out to Brian, shout out to Mark, and shout out to the other homie as well. You know what I mean? Respect to those guys that got that. Gain the consistency and do your thing. We just won't be tapping into it, with all due respect. He may be the first Merle to win national. Yeah, you never know. You never know. Merle Dogs is a disgrace. I mean, I'm not trying to go that hard on them, big dog. I'm just letting everybody know. Letting everybody know. Lola's mom says, I agree, KJ. Okay, that's right. He says to each their own, and I agree with that. Elijah says Merle dogs are hideous. You know, some of them are, man. Some of them are. Those ones we were just showing you was definitely, you know, a lot of those were. It's that type of deal, man. Yeah, he says, what the is that dog? That's right. Jesse says, what's good, Killinois Kennels? It's been a minute since I was able to catch the live. That's right, man. Shout out to the homie Jesse, man. He's another new major supporter, man. Appreciate you. Elijah Merle says, all Merle dogs have his color, and it's even that's ugly. In certain situations, you know what I mean? But I have just showed you some nice ones. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I try to mean. And that's what I'm trying to say, you guys. Like, it's not me just hating the whole thing. It's just, I don't like the inconsistencies. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like that type of stuff. Mom Dukes, she said, they coming for you, G. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it too much. I'm speaking from a judge's standpoint. We were talking about Merles that hold American Bully breed type. And if your dog pops up on Google, lucky for you, but unlucky for you in this situation if it didn't go the way you wanted. CRJ says, what about Brazilian Bulls? What do you think? It's the same exact thing, bro. It's the same exact thing. I think the same exact way. Don't get me wrong. There's some nice ones. That type of deal. There is some nice ones, but it is a different breed. It's a completely different breed. You know, when I was out in Brazil, let me see if I can pull that up and find one for you guys. You know, like the beginning of them. This was like the beginning of them. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. We'll go through this Brazil video and see if I can find something. Because I was there. I went to go judge a dog show, or I was out judging a dog show in Brazil. And this, you know, the guys that were creating it, you know, I told them, I said, man, that just looks like an XL American Bully. And they got very, very defensive about it and said, no, this is not an XL American Bully. This is a Brazilian Bully. And, you know, I feel like this Brazilian Bulls thing is just going to be another situation because now the ABKC is accepting some of them in and things like that. And I feel like it's just going to be another way just to add some more BS into the gene pools, man. That type of deal, man. And I don't agree with it, you know. I need to holler at Bruno. That's the guy that brought me out from Brazil. I need to holler at him because maybe I can get in on here. You know, he's from Brazil. Maybe I can get him on here and let it be known. You understand what I'm saying? That type of deal. Shout out to Bruno and Beatrice out there from, I think they're Sunshine Bulls is what they're called. That type of deal. Let's pull this up though. This right here is this right here is whenever I arrived into Brazil for the very first dog show. I've actually went out there 2 times and judged dog shows, and we got another video coming up here really soon. I'm going to skim through this a little bit, see if I can find one. And if I can't, I'll go to the other video and find that for you guys. But Brazil is a beautiful country, man. This was right when I touched down in Rio. I believe this is in Rio. I believe this was in Rio. I think this was before I hopped on. Or no. This is in Salvador. This is in Salvador. This is in Salvador. Because when I went out there, when I touched down in Brazil, I had, as soon as I got there, we like went and checked, or hold on a second. No, this is in Belo Horizonte. I'm tripping. I am tripping. Sorry about that. This is in Belo Horizonte. That's where this is. You know, look at your boy. Look how crazy I was, man. For those of you that don't know, man, I've lost about 70 pounds. Look how crazy I was looking at that point in time. You know, these guys had a little, you know, this was like a visit. This was a visit. Damn. This was a visit at a kennel. This guy had a lot of exotics. That type of deal. Hold on, man. This was the dog show. This was a nice American Bully that was there. That's an American Bully. See if I can find it. Oh, shout out to Bruno and Beatrice. That's Bruno and Beatrice right there. And then that's the homie right there that we stopped at his kennel. This right here was that kennel we was just at. This is the homie that brought me out. Bruno, super good dude. Super good dude, and his wife is Beatrice right there next to him. That type of deal. And shout out to them guys, man. I can't wait to come back and kick it with y'all. Real talk. Real talk. Let's see. Man, I got so much stuff open on this that I'm trying to figure out. All right, hold on one second here. I believe, yes. I believe that was one of them Brazilian bullies right there. Hold up. Damn it. I went too far back. This is when I went out there and judged for the IBs. This was actually IBKC show. This was my best in show class right here. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is the beginning stages of the Brazilian bullies. Okay. This is one of the beginning stages of it. And like I said, when I mentioned that, this is an actual pit bull. This, man, I almost let that dog win best in show. That was a badass pit bull. That was a badass pit bull. I almost picked this dog, man. Look at her. She wasn't playing. This girl was not playing. She was locked in. Straight up. She was locked in. That dog was doing his thing, man. But, you know, I was there, man. This is me in Brazil. And like I said, I was talking to the guys that was working on this breed. They were creating it. They were offended when I said it looked like an XL American. Oh, damn. They were offended when I said it looked like an XL. They were offended about it. And here you guys are about to see my best in show pick. Let me go ahead and hide that comment. Get this right here. Matter of fact. Man, it was crazy. These guys are crazy. Matter of fact, you guys, I'm going to rewind this back a little bit. I'm going to let you watch this whole thing for a second. I got the footage, but now we're going to go ahead and get into the actual best in show. Hang out. I'm going to be right back.
American Bully, Exotic Bully, Pitbull, Monster.
Once the best in show came along, man, these people started going crazy. It reminded me of the bully world back when it very first started. They were outside of the ring chanting for their favorite dog, going crazy, man. I really, really respected that. You know, they had a lot of fun at this show, and you know what I mean? It was just, man, it was a real good experience for me, for sure.
Esse é o melhor que nós vimos passar por aqui. Os melhores do Blue Ameican Bully desse 2018. Melhor bulldog pra vocês, melhor Bulldog inglês, melhor American Bully, que as rações Equilíbrio também ofertou pro Best Show do dia um totem de tamanho real. E olha aí, hein? Quero ver a torcida! Quem torce? Não tô ouvindo! Quem será o Best Show do dia? Vai ser o Bulldog francês, o Bulldog inglês, o American Bully, o Exotic Bully, o Olde English Bulldog, o American Pit Bull Terrier, ou o Pit Monster. Vai a torcida, hein? Chegou a hora, chegou o grande momento do dia. Estamos próximos a descobrir o grande vencedor do dia. Segundo o nosso juiz, segundo lugar, esse show é o Cão Chirão. Em segundo lugar, o Exótico Cão.
Well, as you guys can see, I went for the American Bully for the best in show, and my reserve went to the Exotic Bully here. Both two real nice dogs. I want to send a big shout out to everybody that came out to this show and supported. We really, really appreciate it. Well, it's a wrap for the show. It was a good, real good turnout, real good event. A lot of nice dogs in the building, and you know, I had a blast. Nothing but love out here. Everybody showed me hella love, and it was a real good time, man. It's crazy how they got it popping out here, man. It's crazy to, you know, I've been involved with the Bullies since the very beginning, and to see how far it's come and to see it out here in Brazil and them doing it big out here, man, it's pretty crazy. It's a good thing to see. But I want to thank everybody for having me out here. Had a blast. Well, that's it for footage of the actual show, but make sure you guys stay tuned. I got a lot more footage. It's still going to be a real good video, so make sure you stay tuned. Right now, I'm showing you guys my hotel room. I forgot to do that the first night, but it was a real nice hotel room. Again, shout out to Beatrice and Bruno for taking care of me while I was out there. Still coming up, we're going to head back to the kennels house that I went to as soon as I arrived to Brazil. Then we're going to go catch up with some breeders, have a little barbecue, go hang out on the boats and jet skis and stuff like that. Then we're going to go to one of the breeders' houses, check out his kennels, his dogs. And then the next day, we're going to go to the breeder's house that won the whole dog show, check out a couple of his yards. We still got a lot of real nice stuff coming up in this video, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Well, it's the day after the show. I'm about to catch up with the show host. I don't know what we're gonna go do. I think he's got some stuff planned. Go check out a little bit of Brazil before I get up out of here. I'm still here for, today's Sunday. I leave tomorrow night at like 9 o'clock.
That's right,
Brazil
that's
time.
Right. Shout out to everybody that stayed in here, man. I'm gonna show y'all something really dope in this video, man. If you guys have not seen this video, this is a super dope video. Man, it was crazy. I had busted out my Jordan, my breads. I busted out my breads, man. I had been holding on to them shoes for about 4 years before I busted them out, and I busted them out in Brazil. So that's why I was showing that there. But, you know, for those of y'all that don't know, man, I got a crazy shoe collection and all that. Man, I'm thinking about putting them up for sale too. So if any of you guys wear a size 12 and interested in some Jordans, let me know. That type of deal, man. Let me see here. Let's get to some comments, man. Guy says Merles are starting to go away finally. I don't know about that, bro. I'm at these dog shows all the time, and they're most definitely out there. Most definitely. I'm gonna let this play through, man. Here, I'm gonna show you guys. I pulled up to this kennel, man. This guy had a super, super dope setup. Crazy, man. We were riding on this crazy bumpy road, man. It was crazy. Am I lagging, or is that just that? Let me know in the comment section. That what you call is lagging. Man, let me see. Let me get some stuff right here, man. Hold on. That was this guy's Exotic. Let me see. We must have went back to his house. Let me see. These guys had took me, man, they showed me a blast out here, man. We pulled up out here at this park. We had pulled up out here at this park, and we was on the boats, kicking it, all that type of stuff. The Merles ain't going nowhere, bro. They're here, and they're here to stay, bro. And, you know, that type of deal. He said, bro, I just joined. Have you made a video on the prices of the new litter? Most definitely, man. Most definitely. Let me... We'll pull that up here in a second, man. Hang out here for 1 second. Let me run through these comments. KJ says, thanks, man. I will be tapping in with you soon. Thank you for staying true to the American Bully. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. Real talk. This live's about to shut down anyways, man. I'm going to go over a little bit. He says, just get what you like and don't worry about the comments. I mean, yeah, get what you like, but sometimes whenever you think you like something, you might end up with some BS. You know what I mean? That type of deal. He says, check out that Brazil video. It's a dope one. This is the homie Jesse. He's actually watched this video. Shout out to you. He said, excited for the Top Dog TV videos to drop. That's coming, you guys. That's coming. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Real talk. I dropped too much content today, you guys. We've been dropping a lot of content. People are kind of getting, you know, this live ain't going on today, man. That type of deal. But big shout out to the 20-some people that are in here. Real talk. Jesse says, out of all the years of breeding, did any of your dogs have hip problems? Man, no matter what, man, you can have the most perfect dogs out, and you're gonna, you know, you could breed the most two perfect dogs together, and you're gonna get some issues, man. There's no such thing as a perfect dog, and yes, you will get some issues. You know, I'm not saying that's something that we constantly have going on or anything like that, by no means, but you know, breeding dogs, you're going to get flaws of all sorts. And it's kind of out of your control. You understand what I'm saying? And some of them, you don't even know exist or even find out that they have them until later in life. That type of deal. But yeah, this was a super dope video, man. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. I do want to show you guys this guy's kennel setup, man. These guys in Brazil are really doing it. You know, to get labor done out there in Brazil is very cheap. You know, a lot of these kennels, they actually had people working for them and cleaning up their yards and cleaning up after their dogs and building kennels and all that type of stuff. This was like a real bad wreck that happened when we were driving after we was kicking it out there at that park and stuff. After we was kicking it out there, we went to this kennel, and this right here is the drive. Look at that road, man. Look at that road. Was insane, man. I was in there cussing and saying stuff that I wasn't supposed to be saying, and you know, they was looking at me crazy like, oh man, like that type of stuff, man. But yeah, this road was insane. It was like a straight dirt road. And then you pull up to this house and it looked like you're pulling up to like a villa in Mexico or something. You know what I mean? That type of deal. But this house was super dope as you got in. Look at this place. Super dope. And they got an insane kennel setup, man. Insane kennel setup. These guys were at the dog show, offered me to come out, came and fed us at the park and fed us here, man. They made some crazy dish, which you guys are going to see here soon. I wasn't a real big fan of that. I was cool on the chicken wings we had at the park. This was a little bit different. You know what I mean? That type of deal. Where we at? Martin Garcia's in the building, man. Shout out to the homie Martin Garcia, man. He's been tapping in a lot. He said, I just got here late, but I'm here. Appreciate that, big dog. Appreciate that. Jesse says, I got you. My boy might need to have hip surgery done. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know if I would do that, man. Wait until he gets older, bro. Wait till he gets older. You know what I mean? Wait till he gets older and find out for sure. You know what I mean? Jesse, you can give me a call and kind of break that situation down, and I can kind of help you out a little bit. You know, if you want to give me a call one of these days. This is their house, man. Super, super dope crib. Super, super dope crib, man. And just wait till you guys see their kennel set up. Super, super dope, man. I wish I lived in Brazil, because all this stuff they're getting done is they're paying dirt cheap for it. You understand what I'm saying? Dirt cheap. Certain stuff in Brazil is expensive, but like getting like their kennel built and stuff like that, they got guys working for them for $5 a day or something. I'm probably not correct on that, but very, very cheap. You know, these guys, a lot of these guys, the kennels that we popped up at, a lot of them had workers there. These guys had a really, really dope setup. Real talk. You know, this dog had a little bit of American Bully and Exotic Bully in it right here. Exhibit CJ says, I'm glad you're still on, driving back from CJ from the park. Okay, that's what's up, man. We on here, but we ain't gonna be on here very long, man. We ain't gonna be on here very long, man. These guys had a dope setup, man. Super, super dope. This was a really nice American Bully that they had there. That was probably my favorite dog that I seen in Brazil that time I went there for that show. Super, super nice boy right here. Well put together. Jesse says, yeah, man, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. That's all good, bro. Hit me up. Hit me up. You can let me know a little bit what's going on, and I'll kind of let you know what the word is, man. Mom Duke says, you don't want to go to Puerto Rico Countryside Hilltop. It feels like you're going to drop off. Have you done Puerto Rico shows? No, I haven't done any shows in Puerto Rico. They don't really have them out there a ton. I'm not saying they've never had them out there, but it's not a ton. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you what, some of the stuff you guys, man, exactly what you're saying is Brazil's just like that. Brazil is just like that. The second time I went to Brazil, they were trying to get me to jump off a cliff on a kite, whatever that's called, hang gliding or whatever. They were trying to get me to do that. And I was like, hell no, I ain't doing that. You know, at that time, I was a lot bigger than I am right now. You know, I'm down to about 240, 245 right now. At that time, I was about 300 something, man. And I was not trying to do that stuff, man. I was not trying to do that stuff. They were trying to get me to do it with this other guy. This other guy is smaller than Miss Killinois. He's literally like the size of a woman. And they wanted me to be on one side and him be on the other side. And that shit was going to flip, man. It's like, hell no. There wasn't no way in hell I was doing that, man. Hell no. JH says, what's up, Killinois family? Oh, man. JH just got in here, man. That's very, very unlikely. You know, he probably just got off work, man. I knew we shouldn't have done this live too early, but it is what it is, man. I knew UFC was going on tonight, and I didn't want to, you know, I knew a lot of people was going to be tapped into that. There's some pretty good fights. And matter of fact, I'm going to be tapped into that my damn self. So that type of situation. But I didn't do it. I'll skip UFC to deal with y'all. But I know a lot of other people say, man, I'll catch that live later. You know what I mean? That type of situation. This was a super, super dope setup. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this other setup we went to. This was actually Bruno's. This was Bruno's house right here. This was the people that brought me out. I went to a couple of different kennel setups, man. We didn't have a whole, man, Bruno has an amazing, or no. No, this was the first place I went. This was the first place I went. That type of deal. Man, this is a dope video, man. If you guys never seen this, man, make sure you tap into it. This is the second crib I went to. I'm going to show you guys this, and then after this is over, we're going to go ahead and shut down the live, man. That type of deal. Unless y'all can keep it rolling, keep the conversation, help me keep the conversation rolling. Y'all got any topics, anything? We've been on here for almost 2 hours. Not too bad of a live. Big shout out to everybody for tapping in. If you're new in here, please make sure you guys hit that like button, share out the live. We can hurry up and get some more people in here, get some things going, all that. See that guy right there? That's the dude's worker. You know what I mean? That's the dude's worker. And like I said, they're not paying these guys much at all, man. You know, for what they was paying that guy, man, we'd have had 5 of them over here doing that. You know what I mean? That type of deal. But you see, they even got these guys out here building like wood chain link fences and all that type of stuff. And that stuff was sturdy as hell, man. This is all made out of just like, you know, trees and stuff like that. Super dope. Mom Duke says, hell no to the hang gliding. And I'm right there with you. Trust me. Rob716, Killinois family in the building. He says, real good UFC. That's right. That's right. These guys had this guy. That was the dog I picked to win Best in Show. That white dog right there. That was the dog I picked to win Best in Show right there. Jesse says, how do you do with the language barrier? Yeah, I mean, in Brazil, not a whole lot of people speak English at all. But this guy's house that I was at, he spoke English. I'll show you him here in a second. He's actually the guy that won Best in Show, like I said. And that was a super nice dog right there. I like that boy right there. I think I ran into 4 people the whole time I was there that spoke English. But Bruno was with me the whole time. Bruno was with me the whole time, and he was like my translator. He was like middleman in all of our conversations and stuff like that. Shout out to Bruno, man. Bruno and Beatrice was some super, super cool people, man. I actually miss them guys. I can't wait to come out again, man. Real talk. Real talk. Mom Duke says, wow, nice view. Wait till you see the view here in a second at this guy's house, man. Insane. Insane. If you haven't seen this video, Mom Dukes, you and Brian need to sit down and watch this. For real, for real. Martin Garcia says, what's the title of that Brazil video? Man, go to our channel, bro. Go to our channel. Do you know how to, let me know, Martin Garcia. Do you actually know how to go to our channel? If you can go to our channel and you scroll down, there's a link that says International Bully Shows, and all 3 of them on there. And I got another one coming up here really soon. But you can also text me and I'll send you the link. The title is American Bully Brazil, Killinois Kennels Show Vlog, number 11. That's it right there at the top, bro. American Bully Brazil, Killinois Kennels Show Vlog, number 11. This guy had 2 really nice, he had 2 houses. This is his first house with his setup here, and then he had another house with a whole nother setup. You know what I mean? Bruno was telling me, like, man, you need to get some land, you know, get some land, come out here, man. He's like, you could do it up. I said, man, I wish I could, man. I wouldn't be able to communicate with nobody, though. That type of deal. Portuguese is kind of hard to learn, man. It's a dope video, man. Really, really dope video. Let me show y'all that little. He had like a little. Here we go. Let's get to that part. Dope view. Mom Dukes, you want to talk about a view? Look at this. This was his pool and his little pool house type of thing, man. Real dope. Real dope. Yeah, Martin Garcia. Check that one out, man. Check out all those international vlogs, bro. They're dope. They are dope. I highly recommend you go to the channel. You know, search Killinois Kennels, click on that little link that's got Napoleon's head on it. Go to our channel and check out all 3 of those show vlogs. You want to see some great American Bully content? That is where it's at, man. I'm telling you. Those videos are dope, super entertaining. It shows a little bit of everything. Super, super dope, man. Real talk. Look at this, man. Look at the view, man. It doesn't really capture it real good in this video, but man, the view was insane. I felt weird being in that it's like a hill and you're looking down on it looks like a straight rainforest or something. You understand what I'm saying? You'll see it here in a second when I get a good clip of it. Just look at it, man. It's dope. Dope. JH says, yeah, I just got off work. It's been a crazy day. Sorry to hear that, big dog. Hope everything's all good. Martin Garcia says, okay, I'm definitely going to check it out after live. That's what's up, big dog. That's what's up. Check it out, man. We got some really dope stuff on there. For real, for real. Crazy, man. Crazy. Crazy. All you could see was just pure trees down that hill. Crazy, crazy. This dude had it going on too, for real, for real. And now we're on our way to his second property where he had the dogs, that type of situation. I don't want to give up too much, but, you know, that was his kennel. It was called Mag Bully something. Something. And this is it. Watch. Another situation, just a long driveway all the way up into his property. Blocked off. Palm trees all the way up the thing, all that. Super, super dope, man. Real talk. Real talk. Mom Duke says amazing. That's right. That's right. That's right. Wait till you guys see the next one, man. This is a video that I haven't dropped. This time I was in Rio de Janeiro and I was in Salvador. And it's a dope video. I was there for 10 days. You know, Bruno and Beatrice, they asked me, they said, hey, you want to stay longer this time? And I was like, yeah, that's cool. You know, I'm thinking they're going to book me for a couple extra days or something. These guys booked me for 10 days and it was already booked. And I was like, damn, I wish you would have ran that past me. I was like, that's a little too long. You know what I mean? Like being gone almost 2 weeks, man. When I told Miss Killinois that I was going to be gone for that long, she about lost it. She was flipping out. I ain't never been out of her life that long the whole time I've been with her. That type of deal. But here it is, man. This is the homie's his other setup. Super, super dope setup, man. Real talk. And all this stuff was built by these guys that they got working. You know what I mean? They were like, you know, they were like Renaissance men and could do it all, man. Clean up dog poop, pour you some concrete, build a kennel, you know, weld you up some kennels and build you some concrete walls and a wooden dog house all at the same time. You know what I mean? Super dope, man. I really had a good time, man. Really, really good time. Really good time out there, man. But that's about it, you guys. This is live. Not a whole lot of people tapped in. Man, wait till you see this dog. Hold on. Let me show you this monster. Look at this boy. Look at that big old boy. The footage really didn't do him justice this month. Man, he was a bull. Rob716 says, nice setup for sure. Yeah, for sure, for sure. For sure. I think his other setup was probably a little bit better than this one. This was kind of like the second place, but this was a dope one as well. This boy was crazy. And he had a real nice dachshund. He had a real nice dachshund. Let's see if it shows him. I know it shows him because I recorded him, but I don't want to. Man, I got so much stuff opened on this right now that it's kind of lagging a little bit. That black dog in the back was the Dax, the Dax kid. I got so many different things open right now, man. But that's what's up, y'all, man. Big shout out to everybody tapping in. Oops. Was anybody in here wanting to see? Okay, what was up with the homie? The homie that was acting about the prices. Are you still in here? The homie that was acting about asking about the prices of the puppies. I'll tell you what, man. Do you know how old that dachshund is? No, I don't, bro. Monogamous bullies. Is that the homie, what's his name? Do I know you, monogamous bullies? Let it be known. This is an old video, man. That Dachshund is long gone. He's long gone by now, I would imagine. Monogamous bullies, do I know who you are personally? Let it be known. Have we met before? Or do I know you know you? Because I know that dog in your profile picture. Know that dog. Can't think of your name, bro. It's been so long since I seen you. I met you in Minnesota Bullies Unleashed show. Okay, that's what's up, big dog. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Shout out to you for tapping in, man. I know you're waiting for that video. It is most definitely coming here real soon, big dog. Coming real soon. I'm kind of finalizing everything right now, and we'll be getting to it here ASAP. But that's what's up. Shout out to monogamous bullies in the building, man. Real talk. But my name is Dan Courier. Okay, that's what's up, big dog. Tomic CJ says, super nice view. What's that crown and number 2 mean? I know you mentioned it before. That means you're the number 2 commenter in here tonight. That means you got the second most comments in here tonight. And shout out to you for helping out the live, man. Real talk. Real talk. Monogamous bullies. I was just curious about the Dachshund because mine just turned 14. Yeah, I don't think I mean, I don't know, bro. It's hard telling. It's hard telling. I couldn't even really, I don't think, let me see if I can find it. This stuff is kind of lagging right now, man. I got too many different things open. This was just some of his dogs running around in the yard. They like some pups and things like that. Let me see. I know I showed him. Yep. Yep. I believe that's him right there. Yep, I believe that's him, and I think that's one of his kids or something. Hold on, let's hear.
Boy.
Oh, you guys ain't even looking at that no more. Hold on, let me see. Let me run that back. I'll put it back up here for you guys to see it. You know, the homie was interested in it. Oh, second. Let me see it myself.
I'm pretty sure most of the dogs you're going to see down here are off of Dax or somehow have Dax in their pedigree, all besides that big oldie bulldog you see in the back. Wait till you see that boy. He's a monster for sure. He was produced by Bruno and Beatrice that brought me out to judge that show. That's one of their productions back there. Wait till you see that boy. I believe that's a Dachshund right there, this chocolate tri-male. But yeah, that big oldie bulldog back there, he was produced by the people that brought me out to judge that show. Big badass boy. That was one of my favorite dogs of Brazil right there. Wait till you see the head on that boy.
I think that's the Dachshund as well. That black one right there.
That big dog, you did? That's a badass. They end up pulling that big red boy out so I could take a look at him, man. Look at the bone and the head on that male, man. He's huge. If I ever got a bulldog, man, I'd want it to look like that boy right there. Again, big shout out to Bruno and Beatrice for producing that male. He's real nice, man. Me and Bruno was messing around talking about him, man. I really like that boy.
Isn't that Chase's dog right there? Let me know, monogamous bullies. Doesn't Chase own that dog? Or didn't he own that dog? That dog was out of That dog, I'm pretty sure that dog was out of Masterpiece, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure, right? Nope. His name is, he passed a while back. Damn, that looks exactly like Chase Purdue's dog. Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. That his name? Nope, his name is Dimas. He passed away about a while back. Sorry to hear that, man. Thomas ZJ says that piebald female kind of looks like Stella. Sorry, I kind of know your dog's been following for a while. Don't be sorry about that, big dog. Don't be sorry about that. Real talk. I produced him off my boy Low-Key and a female named Shady Lady. Okay, that's what's up, man. I'm going to show you here in a second who I thought that was. Hold up. I'm going to show you a dog that looks just like him. I can't remember the dog's name, man. Too many dogs, man. Let me see if I got it. Pull up your comment, and then I'm going to show you the pic. Let's see here. Damn, I don't even think you got a dog on here anymore. Kind of been out the game for a little bit. Man, what is that dog's name? I should know it. I should know it. I should know it. Just too many dogs in my brain, man. That type of deal. What's it? Let's see here. I'm telling you right now, bro, monogamous bullies, this dog looks identical. Straight identical. That's why I thought that's what it was. Hold up. I don't want you guys to have to be stuck watching me scroll through all this. Gotta be on here. And as soon as I look and find out his name, here's a picture of him, though. Here's one picture of him. I'm going to see if I can find some other ones, though, because that one doesn't really do him justice. Hold up. I'm talking about it looks like the identical picture, bro. Here you go. Kind of looks like him. Is he still around or did he pass? That I'm not 100% sure. That I'm not 100% sure. And man, I can't. It's not pulling up his name, man. It's not pulling up his name. Look at that. And then look at the homie's profile picture. Yeah, I thought it was him for sure. Mom Duke says, good night, D. See you tomorrow on the Puppies on sale. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Big shout out to everybody that's going to be tapping in. Again, the Puppies go on sale tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Time, and they will sell out that night, guaranteed. We've had a crazy amount of people interested in this litter, you know, but I mean, every single drop we drop, those puppies sell out that night, for those of you that don't know. So if you plan on getting a pup, call at 4 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. Make sure you don't keep on calling until you get an answer, because you can't call Monday and get a puppy or anytime after that. They will all be gone by then. He says he definitely looks a lot like my boy. Damn. Yeah, most definitely, man. This was a dog that really does. I'm pretty sure his name was Vin Diesel. Looks a lot like him, man. Some more. That's some more. That's not a real good example of him, no. There you go. Look at that one, bro. Look at that one. The homie Cameron says, see you tomorrow night. That's what's up, big dog. That's what's up. For sure, for sure. Big shout to all you guys for tapping in. Look at that picture right there, bro. It really looks like him right there, too. That's what's up, man. Appreciate you pulling that dog up. He looks real nice. Yeah, for sure, for sure. And he was producer, man. This dog used to produce his butt off. For real, for real. I believe it's Vin Diesel, and I'm pretty sure he was out of Masterpiece. But I could be wrong on all of that. All that. Vinny. I think they were calling him Vinny. But that's what's up, man. Atomic CJ says, I know the live's about to end. I appreciate you answering every single question. Hoping to be in with the Killinois family soon. Good night. That's right, big dog. That's right. We appreciate you. Appreciate everybody that was active in the comment section. You know, helping, keeping the conversation going. All that type of stuff. Puppies go on sale tomorrow. It goes down. Puppies go on sale at 4 p.m. Central Time. Matter of fact, for anybody that needs to know the pricing and all that type of stuff, go to this video right here. Go to this video right here. Go to our channel. Search Killinois Kennels. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do this right here. A lot of people don't know how to work YouTube, man. So some of you guys do. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for the people that don't. Search Killinois Kennels on here in the search. And when you see this picture, click on the name right here. It'll take you straight to our channel, okay? Scroll down and click on this video right here. This video right here. Click on that one, and all the prices are in this video right here, you guys. All the prices. And if you check the description of this live right here, you know, if you look at the description under the video, there's a link that'll take you straight to it. That type of deal. There was somebody in here recently that was speaking on the prices, and we were kind of in the middle of something. I was going to get back to it, but he probably dipped out. But oh well. That's for in case he is in here and just ain't saying nothing. That type of deal. I'm going to go ahead and go over these last comments. I'm going to go over here and go over these last comments, and we're going to go ahead and shut it down. Russell Estevez says, tomorrow is going down. I know that's right. Shout out to the Killinois family in the building. Russell Estevez is a Killinois family member already. That dog you're seeing in his profile picture is a female he picked up from us, and he is, you know, she is located out there in Hawaii. Shout out to Russell Estevez, and you know, appreciate you tapping in, man. I didn't know you guys was in here tonight. Shout out to you. Miss Killinois Kennel says, great live. That's right. That's right. I'm going to see you here in a second. That thing is juicy. Good that thing is juicy. R Sling says, respect, D. You be putting the work in on them lives. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. Real talk. Appreciate you, man. Real talk. Shout out to everybody tapping in. You know, you never know, man. We might go live after the drop tomorrow night. If not, we might go live Tuesday, Thursday. Stay tuned, man. You know, we'll be able to actually have some more other conversations talking about stuff. If you guys got any topics, you know, let it be known in the comment section. You guys want us to speak on that type of deal. And, you know, shout out to everybody that tapped in tonight. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you guys hit that like button on your way out. And you guys have a good night. We appreciate all of you. And good luck to you guys tomorrow that's going to be picking up that puppy. We're going to be adding 7 new family members to the Killinois Kennels family, and we can't wait to find out who it is, man. Y'all have a good night.